you. Yo, what is good? Yo, what's good? What's good? Here we go. Yo, boy, do we have a lot to talk about tonight. We got a lot to talk about. A lot. Wow. Crazy day. Crazy day. I hope you all, let's start out. I hope you all stayed safe out there today. I hope each and every one of you watching me right now stayed safe. I always forget to do the music. I always forget to do the music. I gotta turn the music down. I turn the music down. Listen. Hold on, let me start recording too. See, I get too excited to talk to you guys and I forget to do my task here as a beautiful host here on the Asian session. Guys, did you see the new graphic, by the way? Best teeth in the business. Best teeth in the business. Did you see my new graphic? Guys, FOMC was crazy. It was wild. And we're going to talk about it. And I hope you guys stayed safe out there today. I know I can't save you all. I can't save you all, unfortunately. I wish I could. But I can only lead a horse to water, guys. You're going to go and do whatever the hell you want. Did you see my TikTok today? Did you see my TikTok? Did you see what the message I tried to send? I tried to send you a good message this morning. But yeah, I'm super excited, super blessed to be here for another night, 3 days in a row. We are going to have the best Asian session stream in the history of YouTube. And ChartFanatics, we're coming to new heights. You know, I want to bring this live stream I want it to be the biggest one out. We have real value between me, Marco. You know, I think in the future we're going to get some other guests as well. But I'm just super blessed, super thankful to be able to just do this every single night as my job. It's a dream come true. And, you know, like I said, I couldn't even imagine my life being this. From 6 months ago, I would be going to bed right now, putting on my boots the next morning, going into the elevator shaft. So I'm just extremely blessed to be here for another night, to be here to share with you, with every single one of you. And I wish I could share something, but we have some big stuff coming. I can't share it just yet, but let's just say that we are going to be getting a little bit closer as a family here, and I am very, very excited for it. So, first of all, let me put on, you know, we got to get through the sponsors today. And we're going to go, I'm going to put my sponsor, I'm going to put my radio voice on. We're going to get through the sponsors and then we'll get to the charts. Does that sound good? Here we go. So, our first sponsor of today, my very favorite sponsors, the most underutilized tool by all traders out there. Look, it already passed. Hold on. We're gonna start that one over. Here we go. Apex Trader Funding, the best platform in the entire industry. Code CF for 80% off to my right. The best platform in the entire industry as far as ROI, scalability, and potentially reaching a $1 million uncapped payout. ApexTraderFunding.com, everyone here. Everybody here. 80% off. I know you guys were degens out there, and you went and you nuked your accounts. No better way than to use code CF to go and re-up on those. And the next sponsor of today, the CFD space. We're giving you both. We're giving you futures. We're giving you CFDs as well. And you can go and check that out at fundednext.com. Go and check out their CFDs. They are some of the best. You know, they have 15%. They give you 15% of the evaluation fee back, and they also refund you your cash after passing with your first payout. So, please, Funded Next, go check out Funded Next. They have been a long-standing, reliable prop firm in the industry, and we love them here at ChartFanatics Livestream. And the Market Journal, of course. The Market Journal. Get your free 5-minute weekly newsletter at the Market Journal. I'm your host, Tyler John Gotel. And, of course, if you want to compare and contrast prop firms of your choosing, right? Who's got the best deal? Who fits my trading style? Do I swing trade? Do I like to intraday? We have all that. We also have comprehensive reviews at thepropfirmtrader.com. And we're hosting giveaways as well. So please go and check that out in your spare time and compare and contrast all the different various prop firms of your choosing. And now I can circle back to TradeZella.com, the most underutilized in all of the traders' careers here. This is what will make you profitable. I will stick by this to the day I die. 20% off, code CF for backtesting, journaling, making your refinements, you know, going and putting in that hard-earned screen time that you're not doing on the weekends, you could do it on TradeZella. TradeZella.com. We love them here at ChartFanatics, and I'm your host, Tyler John Gotel. Let's get into the charts, and I'm super excited for another night here on the ChartFanatics live stream. How'd I do, guys? How'd I do? I think I did. That was great. That was in one breath. I didn't even come up for air right there. Didn't even come up for air. But anyway, let's get into the charts here. All right. I'm excited. I'm excited. So, let's look at the gold. Let's look at the goldies. Let's get into the goldie. Hold on. What am I doing here? All right. So, let's talk about what went on. First of all, let me address everybody in the chat because I got to say what's up to you. Then we'll get into the charts and we'll go from there. So, let's see. Who do we got here? I'm just now looking at the chat. Marky. Okay, you know what I love is that Mr. Clean, he must have had, I think Marky's in here. Mr. Clean, they must have gave him the night off. He must not be scrubbing the floors or, you know, I think Marco, he's been saying he's been sick, but I think it's an excuse. I think that he just doesn't care about you guys anymore. And you know what? I'm here to pick up for that. I will never leave you guys behind. Marky will. Marky could say that he's got a cold. And guess what? I will be here if I had the pneumonia. Marco, I'm talking to you, pal. I'm looking right at you. Even if I had the pneumonia and I was bedridden, I would still be here on these charts, giving the people what they want, Marco. It's like, how you're gonna say no? You're gonna call out of work twice? It's not even once. He's calling out of work twice. Unbelievable, this guy, man. Guess who's not calling out of work? Me. Rain, shine, sleet, or snow, your boy will be here to deliver. You know why? Because that's my promise. That's my promise to you. Marco can't say the same. You know? Marky can't. He's too busy shaving his bald head. You know, he's too busy eating cup of noodle in the bed right now complaining. That's what he's doing. He's shaving his bald head. He's got his razor in one hand, right? He's got his razor in one hand. He's shaving and he's bicking his head. He's like, oh, I gotta get it all nice and shiny. And then he's blowing his nose and he's coming up with excuses for tomorrow on why he's not gonna come and stream. That's what Marco's good for. Do you like that? Unbelievable, this guy. It's unbelievable. That Marco guy. Let's see. What are you guys saying? I gotta say what's up to everyone that's in here right now. Everyone. So who do we got? Starting from the top. Juan, Shreerjeet, Parko, Shreerjeet. Great fucking win last night, brother. Great win on the ducky race. Parko, Adley, Fabio, Johnny Chung, Tushar, Phallic, Maximus. Oh, my boy Maximus is here. Hell yeah. Dynamite, always here. Bacon. Yo, what's good, Bacon? My brother, Nicholas. Oh, Nicholas, the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. Neo, Frozen Flame Gaming. Who else? Here. Okay. Who else we got in here? We got Brad, Trading for Keeps. Cube, Argo. Ari, Brad, Tony. Life Construction. DOS, 1997. Jesse James. Who else is in here? Gene Con. The Gender Philosopher. Ahmad. ChartFanatics Live. I have the high ground. Hell yeah. Alright. So, guys, let's talk about what went on today. It was... To say that the market was volatile today, it's an understatement, okay? An absolute understatement. So, I did take one trade intraday. So, let's go over what my narrative is tonight, potentially. And we'll start off on the higher time frame. We'll talk about what went on during FOMC. And we'll look for a trade tonight. We'll answer any and every question that you guys got. And then, of course, we'll run the ducky races at the end of the night. Because who am I to not give you guys what you love the most, other than my trading and my extremely good smile? The ducky races. So, looking at the 4-hour time frame on gold. Well, let's just see here. This whole move here. 60 points. Wild. All right, so What happened is let's see the narrative of right now, right? We swept all-time highs. We inverted this fair value gap right here. We created a 4-hour fair value gap here inside. So right now, after sweeping all-time highs, you know, we kind of have this break in structure here. And we inverted and created and left behind a fair value gap. So right now, am I leaning more towards being slightly bearish? Yes. We swept the all-time highs with a clear wick. You know, that was the drive during FOMC. We came down, traded lower. We're now inverted and disrespected this fair value gap here. We left behind a fair value gap. That's kind of where my narrative is on the 4-hour right now, right? We had an astronomical wick. I feel bad for you guys that did trade this and got absolutely crushed on both sides of this trade. Both sides. You know, you had an extremely volatile move right up, swept those all-time highs, and we came and nuked all the way back down. So just think about all the people that tried to trade this at 2 o'clock and just got absolutely annihilated. And now, I'm just curious, chat. I'm just curious, and be honest. Be honest. How many of you did trade the news today at 2 o'clock? Let me know, and be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. It's totally cool. Did you guys play the news today at 2 o'clock? I need to know. I need to know. You did, Bacon? I already know you did, Bacon. That wasn't even directed at you. I already know you did, Bacon. No, I did. So, this is the thing. No trade. I love that. I did and got effed. Yeah, I can imagine. No, I did. Almost did. Yeah, you did. All right, so I blew an eval. The news played me. Yeah, bad decision. I played some evals, got burnt. Yeah, I mean, that move. If you go and look at NQ, everyone, if we look at NQ, hold on, let me bring it up here. That's delayed data. Hold on. NQ, go here. Yo, NQ was an absolute menace of destruction today. Look at this. All right, so here's the news. We fly up, what? 70 points. Then we come back down. What? How many points? 270 points. And then, right after that, we come back up 300 points. Do you want to know what this price action is called? This is called the Widowmaker. This is the Widowmaker. I haven't seen anything like that in a long time. Absolutely unbelievable. We fly up, right? 70 points on the news. Then immediately come back down. We trade lower. 260 points. And then we completely retrace the entire move. 300 points. And now we're potentially flying towards all-time highs. Like, ridiculous, man. Ridiculous volatility. Insane. And it just goes to show how the market was just constricting for the last 2 days, right? And it's what we were talking about on stream. The market was constricting. It was like boiling water, and it was just waiting. It was waiting for 2 p.m. to just come, and it's be like, watch what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of these prop firms made a lot of money today, because I could only imagine how some of these people's accounts went. I already know how it ended, and it ended in a real poor, bad way, because you couldn't, it was so hard to even play this price action. I think each individual candle was moving at like 30 points a clip. It was insane. I was just watching it on the sidelines. I was watching some other streamers, and it's always fun to watch, you know, especially when you're sitting out. It's like, I get it. It's exciting, right? You know, it gives you that emotional rush. And I find myself, I was watching some other traders, but I was not trading directly during the news. I'll kind of give you my narrative on I did take a trade on gold intraday, and I took it on a few of my accounts, and it was a beautiful trade, and it completely follows my system, and especially on the liquidity that I like to be attracted to. Yeah, that. Correct. Really cool you were doing a live stream for Asia session. Good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I had a gold long I was holding from like 8 in the morning. And I got break even before tap my TP at previous daily high. That was nasty work. Yo, Rizzy boy's in here. Do you think more gold seller retracement first? Okay, let's talk about kind of my trade where what I took, just so because I could be open and transparent with you guys. So after we created this 15-minute candle closure, right? If you guys know anything about some of my favorite liquidity to trade off of, it's data wicks. So when this candle closed, right, the candle high and the candle low, right, I go off a 15-minute candle. Most people will typically use a 1-minute candle straight off of when the data comes out. But I wait for a full 15 minutes because there's a lot of volatility in those 15 minutes when that initial news does come out. And then it tends to, you know, circle off and kind of die down after that. So I like to typically just use a 15-minute candle. So this 15-minute candle closed and I was like, okay, I see this data wick. We have a data high and a data low. And I was just looking for an entry model off of the 1 minute, and I knew to target one of these key liquidity points. And I knew one of these, either the high or the low, was going to get taken. And we started, you know, being real bearish, and it was a lot of strong bearish price action being printed. And I was like, all right, let me just take a small trade into the data wick. So I caught like a nice little, I think it was $600, $600 on my accounts. I took to the data wick low. And kind of what my narrative is going into today is if we can get like a nice potential candle range theory entry and then target this data wick high potentially, right? That's kind of where my draw on liquidity would be, but we could very well continue to drive lower because we are bearish overall right now currently in my narrative, in my perspective. Because, you know, we swept these all-time highs and then we did close through this 4-hour fair value gap. Let's see the daily. Let's go to the daily, right? Now, if we look at the daily, oof, I gotta look at it here. Okay. If we look at the daily, if we look at it on just gold, you know, we disrespected this fair value gap on the daily. Once you close below 50% of a fair value gap, right? Once you disrespect the consequent encroachment, to me, that's an indication that the fair value gap has already been disrespected. It needs to hold the 50%. If it does not hold the 50%, the reliability of the fair value gap holding, it's done now. It's over. This is an inversion. It's not a full inversion, but it did disrespect it enough for it to be considered as a no longer respected fair value gap. Now, knowing that off the daily, and then we have the 4-hour, the 15-minute is also very bearish right now. You know, we're below the 50 EMA. If we can get a nice little sell set up here, you know, similar to what we've been showing before, what I showed you guys yesterday as far as the entry model, we can continue to look for more shorts. So we just got to kind of see what the market's going to give us. Let it show its hand. As of right now, we have nothing right just yet. It's very early in the session, very early in the night. We have time to go. And we're just going to go and see if we can get a nice little entry today. Can you check out USD JPY? I'm currently in long, got in 30 minutes before market close. Would like to hear your thoughts. Okay, let me start. I'm picking Papa Gene up tomorrow if everyone doesn't know. Papa Gene's coming into town. We're going to the Florida Keys this weekend, and what I'm going to the Florida Keys from Friday morning until Tuesday. So I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to do a live stream in the Florida Keys, right? A live stream in the Florida Keys with Papa Gene. What are you guys saying here? Are you short on gold now? If not, where's your entry? Just a trader. No entry model just yet. Kind of just waiting to see if I can get involved in a trade. Jojo, can you check out USD JPY? I can, but this is the thing, Jojo. I only trade, like when I'm trading CFDs, I only trade the 4-hour time frame. Nothing else. Yeah, this is like, there's no entry model for me right now. Nothing. I only trade a 4-hour time frame when I'm trading CFDs. That's it. Nothing else. I don't go lower than that. I will. Okay, I will when I'm doing my so I'll get my analysis on the daily, right? And then I'll do my 30-minute entry model if I get a trident pattern. But as far as how the daily's printing right now, this is a consolidated market. Like, I want no part of this. If I was to look for an entry on the 4-hour, I also don't like anything. So I wouldn't even touch this. This isn't even on my radar. You know? Nothing here right now. If I was looking for my trident setup, which I love and I take during London session when I am still trading with a few CFD firms. So yeah, I trade my trident pattern during London, and then I also have a 4-hour entry model that I utilize when so now I have 2 entry models that I use for my CFD trades. But as far as me looking for a trade on UJ, there's nothing right now. Absolutely nothing. I'm just sitting on the sidelines. I'm waiting patiently. I'm totally cool with that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in the CFD world. Let me go back to the goldies. Let me see what else you guys are saying here. Let me go. I want to make sure I answer all your guys' questions. Disrespect the FVG like you disrespect Marco? I disrespect Marco on a daily basis. Yes, disrespect the FVG like we disrespect Marco. Not so honorable of you to talk about Marco like that, pal. Oh, dude, it's people like you that are just too soft in this world. Me and Marco, that's my brother, and we roast each other. It's a New York thing. It's literally what I'm known for. If I don't roast you, that means I don't like you. If I'm just saying nice things about you, I probably don't like you because I don't feel comfortable enough to rip on you. Me and Marco have a very good relationship in the way that I rip on him and he can rip on me, and I feel closer to him when he makes fun of me. I physically like Marco more when he makes fun of me. And trust me, Marco does. Marco does. In our ChartFanatics chat, you guys just don't see it. He won't put it online because he's too much of a sissy boy. But he rips on me, and I love it. I live for it. So don't be soft, okay? Literally, everyone in this world is so goddamn soft. All right? Don't make fun of Marco. Don't make fun of Marco. I'll make fun of Marco all I want because you know why? He's a man, and I'm a man, and we could both make fun of each other. It's just a joke. Everyone's so serious in the world. It's disgusting. Get over it. You know what I mean? It's like, if you can't rip on your boys, you're not boys. You're not. You're not friends. I'm telling you right now. I rip on my best friends in the entire world. We roast each other on a daily basis. That's what makes you close. You can't be so serious. I know you from being zesty. Thank God I'm not that soft. Yeah. Since you're going down to Key Largo, would suggest to check out Sombrero Beach. Okay. If Ty is not looking at the screen, he's sleeping. 100%. Guys, if I'm not on these charts, I'm out. I'm sleeping. I actually did take a nap this afternoon. What else are you guys saying here? Can you sell gold on close before that 15-minute IFEG? No, that's not part of my entry model. I strictly look for my entry model. If my entry model isn't here, I'm not trading. Very, very simple stuff. Guys, keep the questions coming. I love your questions. The loyalty family. Okay, so can everyone tell me here? I just want to I want to get a gauge here. Is anybody new here? So I can go over my model and let you guys know what we're looking for. If you are newer here to the Asian session stream, we can go over kind of what I'm looking for. And for the people who have been here before and they are familiar with the model, if it is your first time, I have no problem going over the model again and kind of what we're looking at as far as narrative-wise tonight. Yeah, so whatever you guys need help with. I'm new? Okay. I'm new. All right, so let's... Okay, awesome. Okay, all right, let's show the model. All right, awesome. All right, we got some new faces in here. I love that. Let's... All right, cool. Me, Siam, Ali, we're not trading NQ. We're trading gold tonight. Okay, let's go over the model. Here we go. This is what we're going to be looking for tonight. Now, what we need to see, right? What we need to see. Let everyone focus in, dial in, get your notebooks out. We'll get classes in session. Classes in session with Tyler John. allow me to get parched. I'm parched, so please let me just get my drink from my ApexTraderFunding.com ApexTraderFunding.com mug. This is what we're going to be looking for tonight. Get your notepads out, take some notes, and you can go and backtest this. So, for the people that are new here, this is what we're looking for. During Asia's session, I'm going to keep this very clear and concise and in a way that's very easily digestible for you, because I know when I was newer that, I really wish I had someone could, because I was watching ICT. I was watching Michael, and I couldn't understand a word he was saying because he was either on a rant or he was just talking in literally 7 different languages. So I'm going to put it in a way where it's very easily digestible for you guys to understand. All right? So, at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we come to the charts. That's the opening of Tokyo session, Asian session. Our window is from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's when we're looking to take a trade. We're not looking to take a trade after that. We're looking to take a trade from 8 to 10 p.m. Now, if we get a confirmation of a trade, like inside of the 8 to 10 window, and then, the entry model, like you get tagged in the trade after the window, that's okay. But as far as the entry has to occur, the model has to occur inside of the kill zone window. That's the most important thing. So now you know the window. Now, what are we looking for? We're looking for a candle to come up, right? Sweep a high. This candle here that creates the fair value gap has to leave a top wick and has to leave a bottom wick for longs. So if we're looking for shorts, it has to leave a top wick. No top wick, no trade. Very simple stuff. Now, this 15-minute candle comes up. We sweep this high, an internal 15-minute high. We sweep, we come back down, and we trade and close back inside of the range of this candle, right? This is candle range theory. But you don't enter solely off that. Now, once you sweep the high and close, it has to close, and then this candle here has to leave behind a fair value gap. It has to. It does not leave behind a fair value gap. It's not valid. It's no trade. What are we waiting for after that? Now we wait for an inversion. And once we get an inversion through this fair value gap, we're entering. Now, based on my stops, you can either have stops 2 ways. You could either wait for a candle closure if you want to take a more, because I've noticed with gold is that typically it's smarter to wait for a candle closure, like to have the fair value gap be disrespected, or you could have tighter stops, set your stop above the fair value gap. You would get stopped initially on this trade, right? But then it's just a wick to retest the fair value gap. You set a limit again. But however, if you were to just still be in the trade and wait for the closure, you would still be inside of the trading window, inside of the trade, and you would let the trade run. This is essentially catching the full daily expansion. This ran for over a 1 to 20 on the day. Why? Because think about it like this, right? 6 p.m. is the new daily candle open. So what essentially is happening here on this trade, right? What we caught on this trade is the wick of the newest daily candle. We quite literally caught the top, right? We top wicked the daily candle. That's where I shine, is that I catch bigger trades. So what happened here is that it ran up. We took the high, right? We traded, we inverted, we came back, and now we caught the full daily expansion. As far as we caught Asia, we caught it through London, and then New York. That's the full daily candle. So you caught the manipulation. You're just diving inside of the daily candle and looking for an entry model with that. The risk to reward is very high on these trades, and the win rate is higher. But like I said, do they happen every single day? No, you got to be okay with that, right? Certain months it's going to be, you could have, I don't know, 4 or 5 trades a month. Certain you could have more. It just depends on the month. It depends on the market conditions. But The model itself is extremely powerful. There's less manipulation during Asian session, and the price action is cleaner. And I like that I'm essentially getting a full daily move, because if you guys know anything about my story and you know anything about myself, you know that my career was built off of swing trading and taking larger trades. Now, since coming from the CFD space and diving deeper into the future space, I had to create a model that could fit the narrative of futures firms, and you're not allowed to hold trades overnight with the majority of futures firms. So what did I do? I wanted to create a model where I could essentially get inside of the daily candle and try and catch a full expansion and catch a big trade. It's just, I don't work well when I'm catching small trades. I like to catch bigger trades and use less risk. It's just the way that it's my strong suit in the market. It's where I shine, and I don't go outside and deviate from that. Although people, and like I said, you could take the model and you could, excuse me guys, and you can refine it, and you don't have to take the same TPs. They don't have to be anywhere near as big. But that's essentially the model, if that makes sense. Did you guys follow that? Did anybody I tried to explain it in a way that was very, very simple. I hope you guys understood it. What do I mean by an inversion? So what an inversion is, who said that? Adley. An inversion is basically, okay, you see this fair value gap print here? When we close with a candle close below it and through it, that fair value gap is now disrespected. Now that means that buyers, right? There was an inefficiency in the market here. That's what left behind the fair value gap. A fair value gap is an inefficiency in the market. So what happened essentially is that we took this high, and now sellers were in such strong control that we're like, you know what? Buyers, you're no longer in control anymore. That's it. The narrative for you to make this go higher, the probabilities of this going higher are way less now, because now we disrespected what just went on. The fair value gap, it's like, yo, you know what? I'm going to show you I can go higher. But guess what happened? It ran out of steam, right? I'm running next to Usain Bolt, right? And he's next to me. I'm like, Usain Bolt, I'm going to beat you to the mountain, pal. Next thing I know, guess what happens? He pushes me to the floor. He pushes me to the floor. And guess who wins at the mountain, pal? Usain Bolt. That's the shorts. The shorts are Usain Bolt, and I am the bullish candles. That's the analogy for tonight. Yes, do you let it retest the FVG? Great question, Das. So on the initial entry, no. I will take it as soon as it closes, because a lot of the times this will run without it retesting. Marky Share Rose. Marky is sick. You're going to have to take that up with him. You know what? Matter of fact, tell Marky to provide a doctor's... You know what? I'm going to tell Riz. I'm going to tell Riz right now after stream. Marco, you have to provide a doctor's note so we know that you were really sick, pal. I want to see medical bills. I want to see prescription medications if you are sick, and I need a doctor's note. If you don't provide this stuff, we have no choice but to let you go here at the ChartFanatics live stream. We're simply going to have no choice. We're literally going to have no choice. All right, let's look at the charts. Let's see. Okay. So right now we're kind of still just playing around, guys. We're just playing around. There's nothing yet. Nothing yet. We created this fair value gap here, but no entry model. There's no entry model yet. You simply wait. I know it sucks to do this, guys, and I know it's boring, and I know I may not be the most, I'm not trading the 1 minute, so it's not as exciting to you guys, and you may be like, oh, Tyler, take a trade. It's like, this is what works for me. This is how I made my money in the markets, and I'm not going to go and deviate from it. So I hope you guys understand. I'm here to give you, whatever questions you guys got, we can answer them. It's only 8:30. The night is still young. We are going to do some account giveaways, hopefully provide some knowledge. Yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about tonight, I'm cool. Yeah, do you want me to go over another setup? Let's go over another setup. Correct. There's no entry just yet. Do you want to... Let's go over another setup. Okay, here. Here you go. Boom. Ready? Here's another one. Here's another one. Ready? We went over this last night, but we'll discuss it again for the people that are new. No problem with that. Here we go. So, what happens? You come to the market. Come to the market. This happened on July 24th. Come to the market, 8 o'clock. What do? We wait for 8 p.m. What happens? We sweep an internal 15-minute high. You get a sweep of an internal 15-minute high. We close with a doji candle, right? Sweep the high. Close with a doji inside the range. That's candle range theory there. That's it. What do? We leave behind a fair value gap, right? We leave behind a fair value gap. What do? We're like, okay, 2 of our criteria was hit. Now, all we got to do is wait. We get an inversion. Here's the inversion here. We're entering short on the inversion. Once it inverts right here, you get the sweep of the internal high, close doji with a wick. There's a top wick on this candle. We leave behind a fair value gap. Fair value gap gets disrespected. We enter short here. Stops could be slightly above the fair value gap to just leave a little bit of room. And what do you know? We're catching. This is the new daily candle opens here at 6 p.m. Here's the manipulation. That's the top wick of the daily candle. And the daily expansion is right here. 1 to 36. 1 to 36. The other one was a 1 to 20. That's 50R. Okay? Now, does this work better on CFD firms where they don't have consistency rules? Absolutely. These trades are monstrous. They're big trades. Big trades. So you could put on some real small risk, right? And you could hold for a longer target. Like, you could put on some moderate risk to this. Trade micros and just hold for a daily expansion. It could be a very moderate risk trade. And if you get stopped out once, you could have a re-entry. And it makes up for, the next 10, 20 trades. It's a powerful model, man. It really is. I have around close to 2.5, 3 years data right now. And like I said, it doesn't happen every single day, right? When you're catching bigger RR trades with a higher win rate, the only way that it's gonna be, you're not gonna have a high RR, you're not gonna have a high RR, a high win rate, and the trades are gonna happen every single day. It's just not realistic, right? It's not reality. If you're gonna trade with a higher RR and a higher win rate, you're gonna have less trades, and it works better for me. Do you want to know why? It's because I operate better as a trader when I have a higher win rate. And even if that means that means not trading, because not trading is also a win, guys. You have to understand that preservation of capital is everything. And when I take more losses, it does hinder me psychologically. So I would rather sit on the sidelines and not trade as opposed to taking a trade that could potentially stop me out, and that will damage me psychologically. That's just how I am as a person and how I am as a trader. We may not be the same. This is an individual thing. We're not all treated the same in this, right? I just know for me, if I'd rather sit out and not trade and have my mental psyche be intact and be ready to attack the markets and be sharp than to go and take more trades and then, potentially those trades hit or get stopped out. It's going to damage me mentally, and then I'm going to go and make mistakes. So I hope you guys follow that. It's always on gold. How did you come up with it, bro? Guys, I have strong, like, I tried telling somebody this before. I have really strong pattern recognition skills, and just from looking at the charts for so long, I have so many hours on these charts, and that I see things that happen often, and it kind of just stays with me. So, when I'm back testing, I back test different sessions, London session, Asian session, and things after a while, they start to stick out to me. It's one of my greatest strengths in the market, and what makes me a good trader is that I have really strong memory, and I have really strong pattern recognition skills. So when I see things, I write them down, and I'm like, okay, I've seen this happen time and time again. Let me see if maybe I can come up with a model with this, and I'll go and back test it. And I just knew that New York session for me, especially intraday trading, like I'll trade for New York, but it'll have to be on a 4-hour chart. But as far as like, I want to be involved where the market is going to be smoother and there's going to be less manipulation. And even if that means it's moving slightly slower in Asia, I like that. It's much easier for me and on my mental sanity and on my mental capital to be trading when I'm trading when it's less volatile, and then I'll let the volatility pick up when I'm already presented and present in the trade. Hope you guys understand that. Let's see. This is different to your ChartFanatics model. Yasir, yes. Like I said, the ChartFanatics model, which is the model that I utilize in the CFD space, is more of a swing trading model because it requires you to hold the trades overnight, you know? So, unfortunately, now with me being in the future space, I still trade with a few CFD firms and I utilize that model. But like I said, I had a pretty big run with most CFD firms, and I'm not really welcomed so greatly into the CFD space anymore. So I kind of had to make a pivot. You know, if I could trade with CFD firms and be there forever, I would. But I got nerfed by a lot by a lot of them, probably over 20. So most of them either don't allow me to trade there or they banned me after I got big payouts. I do trade with a few. I wish I could trade with Funded Next below. Maybe they'll open up their doors to USA traders soon. But yeah, that's kind of where my story ended with most CFD firms after I had a pretty big run with them earlier in the year. And they didn't really particularly like that. So I had to kind of make a pivot to the future space. And I'm fairly new to futures, guys. It's only been about 3-4 months for me in the future space, like really taking it seriously. And I'm still adapting my model and trying to give myself the best edge in the future space. So I'm also learning. I'm learning with you, and this is an experience for me. And I was, if you guys are familiar, I was trying to, if you're newer here, I did say that, you know, when I first came to the streaming space, I did try to fit in. And, you know, I take full accountability for that. I did try to fit in, and I was like, if I'm not trading the 1-minute chart, I feel like people are going to get bored. And Tyler, you need to come up with a model for the 1-minute chart. And in all reality, guys, I wouldn't ever touch the 1-minute chart in my entire life. If I never streamed, right, and I never came onto these streams, and I didn't want to create entertainment, and I was like, Ty, even though I have one good model for the 1-minute chart on NQ during the open and during the 950 macro, it's just the candles are moving too fast, and it really, really destroys me psychologically. Even though I have a strong model, it's a battle for me to really trade that time frame because things are happening too fast. I have to react too quickly, and it damages me mentally. And like I said, I've been doing this for 6 years, and it still gets the best of me that time frame. It's tough for me to really be you know, my best self and have my best edge on that time frame. So I kind of deviated away from that, and I said to myself, I don't need to fit in. If you guys are gonna watch me and support me, it'll be no matter what time frame I trade. And I'm known and I take pride in that. You know, I have bigger trades and I trade less and I have big RRs, and that's who I am, and I'm proud of that. And I built my entire career off that. You know, I have the biggest payout in a prop firm's history. And it was because of my swing trade. I risked really little and I held for a long time, and that's where my edge is. And I kind of found myself deviating away from that because of the streams and trying to fit a narrative that wasn't myself. And I didn't kind of like what I was like, this isn't me. And I felt that I was just trying to fit in, and it wasn't something that I was like, I'm different than everyone else. I'm not like, I don't want to be like these other streamers. I don't need to create a 1-minute model to fit in. If you guys are bored, you can simply go watch someone else. I'm going to be 100% at my authentic self, and I rely on the higher time frames. So that's kind of where I stand with that. And I just think that, especially as beginner traders, trading that 1-minute chart is really going to hold you back. It really is bad. A lot of these streamers create a false narrative. They're only showing you certain things, and in all reality, it's not all sunshine and rainbows on the 1-minute chart. You get a lot of fake outs. Price action isn't as clean. You know, you think you're bullish, and in all reality, you're bearish on the higher time frame, and you just get caught up. And you take more trades, and then you're oversizing, you're over leveraging, you're more susceptible to tilt when the candles are moving faster. You're stimulating yourself more, as opposed to when you're trading on a 15-minute chart, right? The candles are moving slower. Things are moving slower. You're more suave. You're more chill. You're waiting for things to play out. On the 1 minute chart, it's so volatile, and it's stimulating your emotions, and it's going to make you make mistakes, man. It is. But yeah, sorry for blabbering. I'm new to futures. Let me see what you guys are saying. How's your day been, TG? Hope it went well. Yeah, my day's been great, man. My day's been great. I'd love to try Fanatics. I'm Tunisian. It's one of the rare prop firms. Maybe one of you guys know more about them. Yo, Adley, we're running giveaways later. 3 Fanatics accounts. I would love for you to contribute to the ducky race. I'll be doing a duck race later, and hopefully you can win an account and start trading with Fanatics. That'd be pretty freaking awesome. Aren't trading CFDs in the USA illegal? No, they are not. They are not. You could trade CFD prop firms in the United States. You could trade CFDs in the US on Oanda, but the leverage is just literally, it's horrid. It's so bad. The leverage is really, really bad. You just sold gold. Yes, I just want to see what you guys are saying. I'm trying to answer all your questions. Mr. Tyler, do you mainly trade and focus on Asia session? Do you trade any other sessions? Axia Futures. I trade Asia session for intraday, and I also have a 4-hour model that I utilize for futures as well. So as far as intraday trading, I'm really focusing in my entirety on Asia session now, because I have a strong edge here, and I enjoy trading it. It's more chill, it's more laid back, it's more my speed. It doesn't overstimulate me as far as like trading the 930, and I think a lot of people get caught up with that. And I just don't think, in all reality, I don't think that the 930 open is more for, it's more for an advanced trader. You know, someone who's been in the markets for a long time. I wouldn't recommend it to more of a, I know, and it's the thing is that you watch all these people and then they tell you this stuff, and it's just so far from the truth. I would recommend to you as more of a beginner trader, and you're just starting your journey, to focus on the higher time frame. You know, even if you're not trading as much, I promise you, it's gonna go a long way. It worked for me. I traded the lower time frames for a long time, and I struggled on it for years, man. And then it was only until I really took accountability for myself, and they said, Ty, something's gonna change. You gotta do something different. I was like, all right, let me scale back. You know, even though you may not get as many opportunities, they're higher quality trades, man. The probabilities are higher. You're taking less trades, but they're, you know, quality over quantity. That's always what I've been. And if I got to sit here and wait, I will gladly do that. On to the next question. I want to make sure I get all your guys' questions, so I'm scrolling up, actually. What pairs do these work with? I only traded this on gold. Okay, I've seen some of these questions before. How often do I see it? It depends on the month and on the market conditions, but often, you know, 3 to 4 times a month. You know, could be more, definitely more. What else? View up as resistance. Is there an inversion play now? There's currently nothing right now. We're just waiting. Do you not trade your personal account for CFDs? No, I don't trade. Life Construction, I actually created a personal account for CFDs on Oanda, and the leverage. First of all, you can't trade gold. So on Oanda, on the live account, you're not allowed to trade gold, right? And I'm not going to go put my money in an unregulated CFD broker. So what I did is I trade with NinjaTrader, and I have a live account with NinjaTrader. Yeah, so I trade gold, and I on my live account, I only swing trade on my live NinjaTrader account. Do you trade futures in London? What else are you guys saying? Is gold futures the same with gold and CFD? Does the same work for both? Zane AB, yes. Yes, Zane AB, it does. It works for CFDs as well. Can you go over your 4-hour model? Yep, bro, I love the ducky races. You as a commentator? Hell yeah. Which funded next accounts are you giving away? I think we're giving away... let me ask Ant. Papa Gene goes, what impresses me about Tyler is his win-to-loss ratio. His wins are much higher than his losses. Not many can say that. And dang right, Papa Gene. Papa Gene, I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I'm going to pick you up from the airport. I think you're getting in at around 3 p.m. And, Maybe Papa Gene comes over to the apartment and we get him on the stream tomorrow. We get Papa Gene on the stream tomorrow. You can meet everyone. You could say hi. You could see the old Italian dad. And maybe we could take a trade with Papa Gene. Okay, we're giving away 25K accounts tonight on with Fund and Next. 25K accounts. So yeah, I'm picking up Papa Gene from the airport tomorrow. Do you still use the Trident moving averages? Of course I do. But like I said, that's when I'm trading CFDs. Reputable international brokers, including Owendo, actively enforce this restriction and will not open a CFD account for a U.S. client. Ari, I had an account with Owendo. I had a live account with Owendo. I put money in it. I took one trade and realized how bad the leverage was, and I pulled my money out of it. I had a live account with them. What does Papa Gene think about pineapples on pizza? Papa Gene, I think it's a crime against humanity, but especially Papa Gene is an Italian man. I'm pretty sure that he would be disgusted by that. He can give you his he could give you his thoughts. So no Trident template for gold? Not right now, brother. Artistic expression, nothing right now. We're just waiting. We're sitting here and we're waiting patiently for an entry. And yeah, this is the hardest part of this game, guys. If you can do this, people don't often talk about it, right? This is the hardest part of this game right here, sitting here like this. 90% of trading is just waiting. And I know you're like anxious. You're like, all right, let me get on the stream tonight. Maybe Ty's going to take a trade. Maybe, I hope I can get into a trade overnight, you know? You want to feel stimulated. You want to feel ready to go. You want to be active in the markets. But in all reality, more times than not, I'm sitting here doing nothing and waiting. And profitable trading is like this. It's boring. It's not as fun and as glamorous, and there's no emotional highs or lows. It's just sitting here, I wait. If I get a trade, I take it, and I feel the same. And if I win, I also feel the same. And if I lose, I also feel the same. It's all the same. And until you get to that point, you're going to continue to struggle. And if you're going to rush trades, you know what I mean? It's especially with there's some. This is what I liked, and I stated this yesterday. Is that what I liked about the CFD firms is that it's just a one-time fee, right? So you pay once, you don't have to worry about it. There's no monthly rebills, and there are some futures firms out there that do offer that, and it's kind of nice that you don't have to worry about a rebill. You can kind of take it slower. I traded my Apex accounts, my 300Ks. They took me a while to pass, man. Like I had to eat a rebill cycle on it because I'm only waiting for A+ entries, and I had to make $20,000 on those accounts. So yeah, I ate a few rebills on those cycles, and I was okay with it. You know, it's just patience over everything. I'm not in a rush to pass evals. This is what I see a lot of other traders say. It's like, there's nothing wrong with being in profit, right? If you're in profit, say you're up 50% on an eval, you don't have to. Why would you want to rush to get it done before your rebill cycle? I don't understand. Just eat the rebill and then pass. You're like, oh no, I got to full port this before I get rebilled. And then you fail it, and then you get another one, right? And then you buy another one, and then you end up losing it anyway. So it's like you should have just ate the rebill. I'll never understand that. If you're up if you're up 50% or more, take the rebill. There's nothing wrong with that. Stop. Don't let people tell you that you have to pass it in 30 days. You don't, especially if you don't have disposable income. If you don't have like the income to be coming in to where you could actually afford to burn a few challenges to pass them, you don't need to rush this, man. I know everyone wants this to happen so fast. They want it overnight. You want your challenges to get passed now. You want your payouts as fast as possible. It's like, you gotta slow the F down. You gotta slow down. You have to chill out. It's gonna happen. You just gotta relax. Stop trying to rush this shit. It's just, everyone is just, no, I need to pass my eval in a day. No. It's like, please, calm down. Let the market come to you, and you'll get rewarded. So the more you rush, the more the market's going to humble the shit out of you. It's gonna, you're going to get annihilated. I want to enter Duck Race, please, but how? Ahmed, I'm going to share with you how. I'm not going to say it just now because then people are going to spam the chat. But we are going to, in 30 minutes from now, we are going to announce the what you're going to have to type in for the duck race. We still got time. It's early in the night. Bro, please do the FOMC anthem. Oh my god. Did you guys saw that today? Do you guys all follow me on social media? Did you see my FOMC anthem? That was some legendary shit. Bro, please do the FOMC anthem. Yeah, you guys are insane. MKH Gaming, I love you, bro. I love you. What's your Bollinger Bands configuration? Right here, brother. Hope this helps. It's just Bollinger Bands 50. That's it. Standard. I mean, it comes standard to 20. I changed it to 50. That's all. That's the only difference I do. You only consider the CRT at 15 minutes. Don't you consider other time periods? Example, 1 hour. No. I only consider what's going on inside of this kill zone on the 15-minute chart. That's it. It has to happen on the 15-minute chart. No other time frame. I'm not looking at another time frame. I'm not looking at anything else other than the 15-minute chart inside of this window. If it does not happen inside of here, I do not trade it. It's more simple. There's no multiple time frames. It's one time frame, one window, one entry model. That's it. If it doesn't show up, you do not trade it. It's okay. Chill out. One entry model, one time frame, one kill zone. Asia session, 2-hour window, 15-minute chart, one entry model. CRT, inversion fair value gap. That's it. Nothing else. Because if you don't get that, then if you don't get that setup, you're not catching the manipulation of the new daily candle that happens at what time, everyone? Right here, 6 p.m. That's when the new daily candle opens. So right now, you didn't get the manipulation. There's no setup to show you that the daily candle's manipulating right now. This is a guess. This is nothing. There's no setup. There's nothing here. Nothing. You're sitting and you're waiting. And there may not be anything again tonight. But that's why we come on here. We talk. You know, we run the giveaways. We give away good knowledge. We talk about psychology. We talk about anything else that you guys want. We also have more things coming on the way that I'm very excited to share with you guys very soon. Not just yet. Can't announce it just yet, but some good stuff coming for sure. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have the high ground. Okay. Wait, what happened? Okay, Argo said this is good. Argo said, I have a problem where I close my trades too early manually. Later, I see that the trade's playing out beautifully, and then I regret it. I've been trading for 10 months now. Some recommendations. Argo, this is, first of all, I commend you for even putting this question in there, and just acknowledging that, and this is the first step, guys, is that Argo acknowledged that, you know, he has some things to work on. He finds that he has a strong entry model, but he doesn't have the conviction to hold his trades. And do you know why you don't have that, Argo? I'll tell you right now. It's because you don't have enough back-tested data, and you're not truly trusting in your model just yet. And that's not to say that you can't get there. You just got to put a little bit more effort in on your back testing to know that you have the data. It's like, if I cut this trade, right, and that's what gave me this, flipped the switch inside of me when I was trading CFDs, and I went on my real big run where I made, you know, freaking $400,000 in 3 months. What happened is that I had all this data, and I was like, Tyler, if you close your trades out early, you're doing yourself a huge disservice, Argo. And right now, Argo, you're doing the same thing, is that, you know, you're catching these trades, and you're letting your emotions get the better of you. You're not letting your data play out. If you have your model, right, and you get stopped, and you have a high RR, and, you know, if you trail to break even, just let the trade play out. Walk away from the chart. Set your stop loss, set your TP, trail your stop if you do so, and just let the trade breathe. Let the trade do what it's got to do. You have to trust your model. That's the only reason why you would be closing your trade early. Because think about it. If you know how your trade plays out over a series of trades for years, right? And you have your relative RR is a 1 to 5 and you're closing at a 1 to 1, now you're hindering the results on your model. And you're setting yourself back. Because why? You can't control yourself emotionally, and that's going to set you back as a trader. So Argo, one piece of advice I would recommend is continue to backtest that model you have and learn to turn those emotions off. Keep them when you come to the charts, leave them, set them aside. Be like, I'm going to come today. I'm going to trust this model. I'm not going to let my emotions get the best of me. I'm going to set my stop loss, and I'm just going to let the trade do what it's got to do. If it comes up and it needs to breathe a little bit more, I'm not going to get scared out. And I'm going to stay in it, and I'm going to hold conviction in the trade. So that's what I would recommend for you, brother. All right. Prop firms are designed to make you rush and lose. You have to be patient and follow your system. Take it as training for the future. Profitable trader you are. Adley, 100%. They want you to rush. They want you to get through the evals fast. They want you to do resets. They want you to burn accounts, right? It's on you to do the opposite of what the 90-95% of people. And, you know, they're going to take advantage of you, right? They're a business as well. So your edge is, how can I beat the system? How can I beat the casino? And your edge is to take your time, take A+ trades, use proper risk management, and not rush. That's how you beat the game. Isn't that a bad idea to trade the Asian session? You'll get manipulated all the time. Momo, actually the complete opposite, brother. The complete entire opposite. Because Asia session, you know, it moves a lot cleaner. There's less manipulation going on. You're not involved in any 8:30 news. You're not involved in New York opening. You're getting clean price action of the new daily candle, and we're essentially riding that out into London session and into New York, and you're catching the full daily expansion. So it's actually quite the opposite, brother. 7K on the account you got yesterday, MKH Gaming? Heck yeah, bro. I'm trying to go down and answer all your questions, guys. I'm getting there. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Is the model you showed the same for buying? So bottom wick. I have the high ground. Correct, brother. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. Bacon, we're not shorting just yet. There's no entry just yet, brother. TG, yesterday you said that NQ is going down. You opened a US 30 chart. Can you explain to us? Okay. So, did you guys see my... Yeah, I did want to touch on that for you guys. I did want to touch on that. So, yesterday I did touch on this. It's kind of what I was looking at on NQ. Right? So we had this, and what I was weary of was this, right? So I posted on my Twitter today that I did take a little bit of a overnight swing play. When did I get in? I got in here. When did I get in? 14. No, I was in here. Yes, here today. Okay, I was in here on this candle, this 4-hour candle. All right, let's go over it again. So I took some micros today short. Why? Because this was that's why I entered on 3 micros and I closed with around $500 profit. It was a pretty nice trade. And I closed prior to FOMC. I did not want to be involved in FOMC. So I was out prior. I was out somewhere down here is where I got out today. I got out before FOMC. I was not involved. So what happened here is that we swept this high, right? We had this inversion fair value gap. What I talked about last night is I really wanted to see us invert, right? And I noticed that we created this swing high, this trident pattern inside of this fair value gap, right? We inverted here. We swept these highs. Although we had this candle range theory, we did close bearish, right? I really would want to see this close with a bullish candle. So it closed bearish. And I noticed we were having a hard time getting through this fair value gap. We were respecting it for multiple hours, right? This is 12 hours here. We had this candle print here. And I took a short entry here. I only entered 3 micros. My stops were pretty tight. They were right here. And I took a trade. And I closed it out for like $500 and I wasn't involved in FOMC. So that was the entry that I took there. Just because it was having a really hard time getting through these highs. And I noticed that although we swept this low, we closed bearish. And what do you know? FOMC, we dumped and then we came back up and now we're going straight for all-time highs again. This wasn't an A+ short due to the fact that this is where it would be an A+ short. You want me to show you a similar setup to this? It's right here. Boom. Right here. This is CRT in its finest form, right? What do you see? 4-hour candle. We come up, huge bullish candle. What happens? We sweep the high. We sweep the high. What happens? There's a wick, a top wick on the 10 a.m. candle. Doesn't have to be the 10 a.m. candle, right? We sweep the high. We close doji back inside the range. What happens here? We get a fair value gap, right? I'm not entering right after the I let this candle play out, right? Boom. 1 to 40. And it happens here. It happens time and time again. Here's another one here. Here's another one here. Boom. Oh, what did I do here? Another one here. This one, even more. 1 to 40. They happen all the time, guys. I have them here. Look, all over my charts. Right? That's kind of how I trade on the 4-hour. I hope you guys are understanding that. Hold on. I gotta do something. Hold on, guys. All right, good. Guys, I had to remove this kid. He's ridiculous. Like this guy is so annoying. All right, sorry. That kid was pissing me off. I literally was about to go nuts. I had to get him out of here. He comes in here and he just literally he talks about nonsense the whole time. The whole time. I can't. Don't you dare say that. All right. Ooh. Nice rejection of this fair value gap here. It's some kid, man. He's driving me nuts. He does it every day. He did it yesterday, too. He just spews nonsense the whole time. It's just like he's relentless. He had to go. He had to go. I like this rejection of this fair value gap. I do like this. Let's see how this candle closes. Let's see how this candle closes. This might be a higher risk trade, but we could see. We could see. Maybe wait for a retest. I do like that how we're respecting this fair value gap here. Let's see what we got below. We have a lot of these equal lows to clean up. Joshy, we have all these equal lows down here, bro. Like there's just so much to clean up down here right now. Look at this. Look at these relative equal lows. I mean, this is like begging to come down here, bro. But we could drive back into this 4-hour fair value gap and then go lower. That's what you have to be careful of. Before we go lower, right? Before we go lower, we could very well drive back into this 4-hour fair value gap and then come back down. Tyler, can you explain the 4-hour strategy? Absolutely, Midas. I took the short on gold at that FVG. No, not you trading for keeps. The Ari kid. The Ari kid. He had to go. The Ari, whatever the hell his name was. Ari something. He just comes in here and he just runs his mouth the whole time. Marco, what do you guys want me to do? You want me to take a trade outside of my system? I think that there is a lot to clean up down here. These equal lows right here. It's just... Just in case we get that retest, I can go full position. Yeah, Joshy, this is what I kind of see. This is the issue. Is that I see us coming back, right? Guys, how do I draw? Where's the freaking drawing tool? Keep drawing. Oh, wait. No, how do I draw? How do I physically draw on the chart? Can I do that? Hold on. Let me figure this out. Brush. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Nice. All right, this is what I could potentially see, is us come, like, do something like this. Boom. And then come back down. I don't... Like, entering here is dangerous, bro. We could very well drive, come and retest to 50%, and then come back down and then go sweep these lows tomorrow. Right? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? The data that I'm referring to that I have is technical analysis through my studies on TradeZella. I have around 3 years data on my setups, and yeah, it's my studies on TradeZella. I just don't like taking a trade like this. This is just not part of my plan, you know. Oh shoot, how do I get rid of that? Okay. You know, we are respecting this 15-minute fair value gap. You know, we did invert these fair value gaps here. It's just, I think that we could drive back up here, sweep some liquidity here, and then come back down. So it's just not it's not a model. It's not like the entry model that I specifically want. So I don't really want to go and risk, you know, my capital on a trade that isn't my model. You know, I have no data on this right now. It's like if I were to go trade this, this could very well drive. Look at this big fair value gap here. We haven't even come and tested it. We haven't come inside of it really. The 50% wasn't taken. You could drive higher. This could be a small move in the grand scheme of things just now. So I know you guys want me to take a trade. I just gotta be patient, man. I gotta just follow my system. I have to. Let's clean these charts up a little bit. I hope you guys understand that. That I really don't want to deviate from my system. Nice patience. I like where your head's at. Yo, good morning, guys. Do you do candle replay or just look for the setups during backtest? Big D, I do candle replay. Joshy, I get it, brother. It's just I can't go and execute a trade that I have no edge. I have no system on this. I can't trade it, bro. I can't do it. I'm not gonna go and this isn't my model. I can't go and trade that. I have to sit and wait. Even if my narrative is right now, it's not there. There's no trade. There's no trade. Just yet. I have to sit here and just watch. I know it's unfortunate, and I know you guys could potentially be mad at me for it, but that's what made me profitable, is not following the crowd, being the black sheep, doing what others don't do. Do what the 90% don't do, and that's sit and wait more often than trade. I sit here and I do nothing. And I know you guys hate that, and I know most people don't like that because they want to be involved for entertainment purposes, and I don't want to build that narrative of myself where I'm just trading for entertainment. I'm trading for real value. I'm trading to show you guys what it's actually like to make money in the markets. So, am I as exciting? Probably not. But I do feel like I give you guys a lot of value, and I have the best ducky races in the entire industry. Nobody else runs ducky races like me, and nobody else has this cool Apex bug like me. So I'm the coolest. I am the coolest. Nobody cares that you're not taking a trade, bro. Yeah, I like that you're not taking a trade. All right, cool. Love you guys. Please don't take a trade. You're a real trader. Thank you, brother. Of course, man. I'm here to show you guys the truth. Like this is what it takes to be profitable. You gotta just chill out. You know? Thank you, bro. Me, dog, and cat adventure. I appreciate that. 80. We got 89 likes. Yo, can we get to 100 likes? Can you get your boy to 100 likes? I would appreciate that. We are gonna be doing the ducky races. We're gonna get the names going for the ducky races at 9:30. It's 9:13, so in about 17 minutes we'll get that going, and we'll get the duckies. Don't you worry. No, yo, you don't gotta delete. Oh shit, yo, you don't gotta delete Joshy's messages. Yo, Joshy's my boy. Hold on, I gotta. Yo, you don't gotta delete. Did you guys ban Josh? All right. Yeah, yo. Joshy boy got. Oh, I'm gonna text him. Hold on. All right, I just texted him. Poor Joshy boy. No, I got him back. Bacon, I'm getting him back. I'm getting him back. I told him that Joshy's my boy. Don't worry, Bacon. I know they took Bacon. They took Joshy out. Nah, it's my brother. Mind looking at silver and give narrative how you would trade it? Yeah, sure, bro. I don't typically trade silver, but I don't mind looking at it. Let's see. All right. Okay. So, looking at silver here. Let's see what went on. All right. So, we now broke structure here, right? We're now in bearish territory, right? We respected this 4-hour fair value gap. Swept these highs, all these highs up here, these relative equal highs. We came down with strong bearish price action, closed through this 4-hour fair value gap, disrespected the 4-hour fair value gap, and then we closed below these recent swing lows here. Now that's your change, your structure is shifted. We're now bearish. What do we have here? All these relative equal lows right here, bro. This is your cleanest draw on liquidity that you're gonna find right here. Look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these this is where silver's going. If I was a betting man, I would say almost 90 to 95% that this is where silver's going to clean up these lows right here, without a doubt. There's so much liquidity down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal lows. All these wicks down here, it's got to get cleaned up. If I was a betting man, silver is going to attack these lows. 90, 95%. There's just no way that it's not coming down here to come and sweep these, to potentially then go back up. It's going to go and gather all this liquidity here. There's a lot of stops right here. A lot. So I hope this helps you, bro, in your silver narrative. This is like, as far as a draw on liquidity, this is probably as clean as it gets. Very, very clean. This is like obvious. This is obvious right here. You know, we respected this fair value gap. I would wait, obviously, because think about it like this. From this swing high to this swing low, you're trading in a discount. So maybe wait until it gets back to a premium, right? If we trade back up, and then come and take an entry, something like this, right? And then target these lows here. So you can catch like a nice little 1 to 4. That's kind of where my mind would be looking at it. This seems like a relatively easy draw on liquidity, but like I said, right now shorting this here on a 4-hour, you're trading in discount, right? So from the swing high to the swing low, it's dangerous because it could come back up and test this fair value gap again, and then come and drive back down lower. So yeah, that's kind of, hope that helps you with your silver narrative, bro. But as far as the draw on liquidity, this looks very, very obvious to me. This is like a magnet. So I hope that helps you, bro. Can we see your other models? Yeah, Axia. I showed my 4-hour model. Let me show you. I can show you it again for everyone that didn't see. Let me go to green list. Boom. All right, let me show you here. Here's the CRT model on the 4-hour. Very similar to what we're looking for on gold, right? We're getting I just showed this. We're getting a sweep of a high, right? This is what we're looking for on the H4. Sweep of a high. We have a strong bullish candle print up, leaving behind a fair value gap. We sweep with a wick, close doji inside of the 4-hour candle. What do we wait for? An inversion. How do we invert? One strong 4-hour candle close through the fair value gap. Our stops are above the fair value gap because it should not trade back above it because it disrespected it, and you're holding for a swing, right? You could aim for, you know, how you're going to do your swings. Like seems like an easy, like this is where I would target. There's relative equal lows here. TP1 could be here, right? This is your first TP, these lows. 1 to 20, and then leave a runner for a 1 to 30. When these trades happen, bro, they run big. They run really big. They don't happen as often, but they run huge, bro. They run very, very, I catch big trades. I know it's not the norm in the industry, but I'm different. I am different. And I've done it, and I've proved it. I think I've earned my keep and I could say that I do catch big RRs because I have one of the biggest payouts in a prop firm's history on a single trade, right? I have the biggest payout in a prop firm's history on a single trade, and it was a swing trade. So I you know, some people will be like, oh, this guy doesn't actually catch high RR trades. I do, man, and I've done it, and I've proved it. And I am different. I'm not like a typical trader where I'm like a 1-to-1. I catch big trades. It's my edge in the market. That's part of my edge, is catching bigger trades with lower risk. And yeah, I've done it time and time again. It wasn't a one-time lucky thing. I've done it over and over and over again. Does the time matter for the 4-hour model? No, it does not. Good question though, Midas. Great question. It does not matter. We're gonna run the giveaway in about 10 minutes. Define discount. Great question. Okay. So discount. So all right. So essentially, if you were to take, let's do this, right? Let's do this. From this swing low, right? Follow me here. From this swing low to the nearest swing high. A swing low, if you guys aren't familiar, right? It's a 3-candle pattern. So a swing low would be from this candle here, the 6 a.m. candle, the 10 a.m. candle, to the 14 candle. It's a 3-candle pattern. This wick is the lowest point between this candle and this candle. Do you guys know what a swing low is, right? Correct? I'm assuming you do. Now, what you do is you'll take like a fib or a GAN box. If you are above the 50% of that range and you try to take a long, you're in premium, meaning that you never want to take a long in premium because it's a lower probability. For the market to go higher after it creates a new swing high, it will relatively come back to discount to essentially build steam, right? To build steam up to then go back higher. So it's like a slingshot. It's like you slingshot up and then it's got to come back down, right? And then you got to reload the slingshot to then go back up again. So if you're up here, right, and you're like, okay, you get an entry model and you take a GAN box and you're like, all right, taking a long up here may not be, it could work out, but it may not be the highest probability due to the fact that it could want to come back down and build up that slingshot, right? Which meaning gather more liquidity or to just come back down to a discount to then go higher. I hope I put that in a way that was simple to understand. Do not hit exclamation point join yet, or you will be disqualified. Do not. We're not doing it yet. So what's good? What's good, guys? Ray and Nesh, what's good? Yeah, so I hope did you guys understand about premium and discount? Did you follow that? We're not running it just yet. We will be running it soon. Do you follow what I meant by that? I only confuse daily 4 hour and 1 hour. Mostly I use a 15-minute time frame. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's all good, brother. Oh, 2 times. That's all good. 2 times. Yep, got it. All right, awesome. All right, let's go look at gold. Let's see if there's potentially something here. But like I said, it's not looking promising. It's not looking promising. Which is totally fine. Yeah, nice. I mean, it's dumping, but you know, unfortunately, no entry model. It is driving lower. What instruments do I mainly trade? What other models do you use? Like I said, I trade gold. I trade NASDAQ. I trade gold for futures and NQ for futures. And I also, so mostly intraday, I'm only trading gold. For CFDs, I trade, you know, the USD pairs. And then I mostly, very rare, I trade the USD pairs, but I really like trading right here. I'll trade the DAX and I'll trade the Nikkei. I'll trade the DAX and I'll trade the Nikkei and I'll trade gold. This is where, so the most money what I've made trading in the CFD space was trading UJ. UJ is very volatile and was very, very clean. I also traded gold. I made most of my money in my entire life trading gold. And also I like to trade the Nikkei, which is the Japanese 225 index, and then the DAX. Well, I like trading the indexes, but mostly, guys, if I were to trade one thing forever and always, and I can only trade one instrument for the rest of my life, I would just trade gold. I would trade gold. Why? Because I feel like I really know gold at this point. I like the way that it moves. You know, I probably made the most money ever trading gold. And trading UJ too. I made the most money trading UJ and gold. Those are like my two in the CFD space. Those are my two pairs for sure. Gold and UJ. What's up? 2 times. Gold during Asia time runs great, better than New York. 100%. I agree. Unfortunately, I didn't get a setup again tonight, but you know that's just part of it, man. It's just part of it. Why not trade 6E, 6B on regular prop firms? Because the leverage is really bad. 6E and 6B, the leverage is really, really, really poor. I don't like it. It's bad. That's why, and I just prefer to trade gold. When I trade futures, I just trade, I like to just trade gold and NQ. And I like to trade on the CFD side, the DAX, NASDAQ, and the Nikkei, UJ, gold. But like I said, my main focus is really gold now. My main focus, and like I'm putting like most of my efforts into just trading gold. So that's really where my main priority is. Because like I said, guys, you don't need to trade a whole bunch of different pairs. Just master one. It's enough. You don't need to dive into. I feel like I'm more experienced now to where I can now go and dive into more assets and more instruments. But if I was in my beginning infant stages, I would focus on one pair. That's it, and just master the shit out of it. Become a scientist to it. Learn every movement. It's like a girl, right? It's like a chick. You gotta. It may be nice to have multiple chicks, right? But it's like when you learn one, you know everything about her, right? You know every single thing about that girl now. It's the same thing as the pair. You gotta make it. It's your chick, bro. It's your girl. You know everything about this girl. If you're hanging out with Stephanie on Monday, and then you're hanging out with Mildred on Tuesday, and then you're hanging out with Gertrude on Wednesday, it's like how are you really gonna know everything that Stephanie likes? Are you gonna know Mildred's favorite food? Oh no, you're not. Oh, is Gertrude allergic to shellfish? Oh no, that was Mildred. It's the same thing as the pairs, guys. It's the same thing as the instruments. If you don't know everything about gold, it's like how you Stephanie's gonna be mad that you went out to Chipotle with Mildred. She's gonna be upset. She's gonna be pissed off. She's gonna be like, you had no business going to Chipotle with Mildred. And then Gertrude's gonna show up to your house with a baseball bat. She's gonna take out all your windows and she's gonna slash your goddamn tires. And now look what you got. You got nothing. You don't have Stephanie, you don't have Gertrude, and you don't have Mildred. You got nothing. You're sitting there alone because you couldn't stick to just one. Why are we dating old ladies? Where are you coming up with these girls' names? They're the worst. Oh shit. Yeah, guys, this is a little bit of an analogy for you. All right, Josh. All right. Ant. In 2 minutes, it's go time. I don't think Stephanie would be mad about you hanging out with your grandmothers. well, listen. I think Gertrude is a beautiful name, and it should be used in today's day and age. I think Gertrude and Mildred should not be hated on. You should not hate on Gertrude and Mildred for her names. Who are you to say? Maybe Mildred is a Spanish model. Maybe she's a Brazilian runway model. You don't know. All right, and guys, you ready for are you ready to run the ducky race? I got 16 grandmas. Where you get them pearls? I got these pearls in Miami. All right, guys, exclamation point. Wait, before I say this, you are to do this one time. You do this one time, right? Listen to me. You do this one. Wait, listen to me. Do not type it yet or you will be disqualified. Listen to me right now. You are all going to be good boys and girls in here, and you're going to type exclamation point join right now. Wait, one time. If you type it 2 times, you will be disqualified. The bot will disqualify you. Exclamation point join one time. If you type it twice, it's going to disqualify you. So please do your due diligence and type it once. If you type it twice, it's going to disqualify you. The bot it'll take you out. So don't be a savage. And type it once. Exclamation point join. Please be respectful and don't overload the system here. Go ahead, do it now. Let me get some water while you guys do that. We're gonna run that. You got until 9:40. You got 10 minutes. Get your entries in. Back. I needed water so bad. I'm sure Ant's gonna let me know when we get to 100. And unfortunately, guys, you know what? I gotta tell them if we get the premium, we can get more than 100 members. So Ant's gonna let me know. All right, we're gonna give you guys 9 more minutes. 9 more minutes. Bro, I profited over the consistency rule, and I'm trying to take a couple losers, but I keep winning. Bro, I've done that before. You know when you gotta like purposely try to lose money, and then you end up you keep winning. It's so annoying. It's like, why can that never happen to me when I actually need to make money? It's like, yo, I'm purposely trying to lose, and I can't. Bro, I've had the same problem. Yeah, artistic expression. If that fits your model, then awesome work, bro. But it's like, I'm not gonna go and trade this because it doesn't fit my model. This isn't part of my trading strategy. So I'm not gonna go and take a trade on that. All right, guys, we hit the 100 people. We hit 100. We hit 100 people for the ducky race. We're gonna run the ducky race in about 7 minutes here. We'll run it at 9:40. So, yo, is there any last minute questions that you guys have before we run the ducky race, and then I'll close up stream after that. I'm sorry I didn't get a trade tonight, guys. You know, I wish I did. Unfortunately, it was kind of boring. I thought it was gonna be more volatile, but please purchase premium on ducky race. Yeah, I know, because there's more. I'm tired of winning. It's too much winning. Johnny Chung. Yeah. Oh, God. I used the Carmine strategy, price, volume, and winning on gold. Nice, bro. Yeah. Yo, you talking about... Yeah, I like Carmine. That's the homie. Do you swing NQ? Yes, I do. Slaps. You will find out what the ducky race is. Do you go live every day? Yes, I try to. Yeah, my new thing is trading London session. I mean, Asian session. Sorry, guys. I'm just focusing on intraday trading Asian session, and then I have a 4-hour entry model that I also will utilize. But mostly for when I'm doing my streams now, it will be centered around trading Asian session and catching a full daily expansion, catching big trades. So that's really, you know, and even if that requires me being more patient, I'm okay with that. Totally fine with that. And yeah, so that's where my main focus is now, is solely trading Asia as far as intraday goes. But my 4-hour models, I still will trade like during the day. If I'll get a setup, I'll trade that as well. Do you really get set up, by the way, 8 to 10 p.m.? Yeah, of course, bro. I wouldn't trade this model if I didn't. I wouldn't be wasting my time. How do I get the daily candle indicator on TradingView? Yeah, okay. So there's a free one. I have the... Okay, so for whoever's new here, it's right here. It's the higher HTF power of 3. There's a free one. It's a replica, but I have the real one. 2 Degrees told me... Josh from 2 Degrees... He told me that that there's a replica out there, but he gave me access to all the free, the real indicators. Great guy. I was at dinner with him for the Apex dinner on Sunday, and he gave me access to this, so I appreciate him for that. He's freaking awesome, bro. Was Jade Cap my mentor? No, Jade Cap wasn't my mentor. Jade Cap is a good buddy of mine now. A good friend of mine is actually a part of his mentorship. But no, Jade Cap wasn't my mentor. He's just I had happened to meet him. So after my my interview with Riz, when I did ChartFanatics, he took us all out to dinner. He took us to this really nice restaurant, and I sat down. I was with Jade Cap, and he was sitting next to me, and we were trading the whole time at dinner. And we just, you know, we were talking. We became, you know, good friends. Just from talking then, we exchanged numbers, and then he flew a few of his mentors out for just, I think, a weekend. And we went to dinner. We played Topgolf, and that's my homie. Like, that's my boy now, and I like hanging out with him whenever I can, whenever he's not busy. And yeah, he's a close friend of mine now, and I'm just super grateful, because I used to watch him on YouTube when I was still struggling as a trader. But I would say one of my biggest mentors is you know, I watched you know who I watched that I think is really, really good, educational, and explains things in a way that's digestible, is T-Trades. I watched T-Trades. I did watch ICT. I watched Michael, but I watched his older stuff. I didn't watch his new rant. He has a mentorship. It's called the Market Make. Guys, if you go on YouTube, yeah, Kyle's my brother. Kyle is the homie. Who else was at the Apex dinner? It was Joshy Boy. It was Enzo Bardul. I don't know if you guys know Enzo. Enzo's freaking badass trader. Brian was there, but and Calvin. Yeah, it was an awesome dinner. Awesome. I'm really excited. I was really excited for that. Do you watch me, Tyler? I watch Marky all the time. But yeah, I watched guys, if you're on YouTube, watch one of the good mentorship videos that I watched. You want me to pull it up? I'll pull it up actually. I watched this. Let me show you before we do the ducky race. Hold on. I'll pull it up so you guys can. This is what I used to watch. Right here. Wait. Here we go. All right, let me show you what. You guys want to see a good mentorship that I used to watch? Let me show you. This was ICT's good stuff right here. Boom. Watch all of this right here. Take a screenshot of this. Market Maker Primer course. This is what I used to watch religiously. This was good stuff. This was some of his best stuff. This was clear, concise, to the point, no ranting. This was good stuff here. So if you need some, if you're, during this weekend, if you're back testing or if you got some free time, go watch this. So yeah, this was some of the stuff that I watched when I was entirely self-taught on YouTube. So I watched mostly, the ICT Market Maker Primer course. Then I used, I just created and developed my own edge from just being on the charts for a long time. And I noticed that I worked well with trading fair value gaps. And I was like, all right, let me run with this because it's easy for me to spot in the market and I like it. I didn't take every single one of ICT's concepts and run with it. I took one that I thought that I could utilize in my trading, and I built a model off of that. And that's what I tell everyone to do, is that you got to find something that works and then use it to your advantage and build an edge off of that. But yeah, I hope this helps. You guys can go and watch this. It's a pretty big playlist. Like, look, this is some good stuff in here. I will say that. As much as I rip on Michael for trading Michael, my name is Michael. I trade the 15-second chart. All right, he does have some good stuff, right? So I know people. But Tyler, but you're ripping on ICT and you thought you had a trade. You're ripping on ICT and you trade. It's such a joke. It's just a joke. Do I think some of the things that Michael said, Michael, I'm trapped in your van. Do I think that's crazy? Yeah. Does he have some good points? Sure. Everyone's a little crazy. But yeah, I watched that. Anyway, let's do. Oh, it's time. Let's go. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Hold on, let me get into character. Hold on, wait. Where are my glasses? Anyway, let's go. Did you send me the list? Whoa, here it is. Okay, here's the list. All right, here we go. Okay, duckies. Okay. Make sure all the names. I know, guys, don't yell at me. I already know. Make sure all the names, Ty. I know. Okay, guys, here are the names. Let's run through them. All right, guys, let's go through the names. Ready. Here we go. Brad. We'll start from the top. Let's see who's in here. J.O. If you see your name, that means you're in. If your name isn't here, that means you didn't make the cut tonight, pal. That means you weren't good enough and you weren't fast enough. All right? And you got another night. Here we go. We got J.O. Trader. We got Bite, Teresa, Stop Run City, Trading for Keeps. Look, I'm going through all the names. Here we go. Papa Gene's in here. Papa Gene. Frozen Flame, Maximus, Jojo, Solomon. These are who made the cut tonight. This is who made... Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch is in here. TNG Fan Vlog. Bacon. Nicholas Santamaria. Okay. Oh, wait. I only have 95. Wait a sec. Why do I only have 95? Wait, Ant, we only have 95. We got 5 more. Wait, Ant, we could add 5 more. Hold on. I'm not in there. Wait, hold on. Let me tell Ant. Ant, we could add 5 more. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, we're adding 5 more. We're adding 5 more. We are at 95. We could add 5 more. Alright. Are we ready? Start your engines. Okay. We got a new list. Updated list. There we go. Okay, we got an updated list. Here we go. Brad F, Cogni, who we got in here? Exposed 2 times. Byron, Bobby, Calvin, Maximus, Marky. Is Papa Gene in here? Papa Gene. Are we ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Is everyone ready? Wait, is everyone ready? Here we go. First Ducky Race is going to be for Apex Trader Funding account of your choosing. ApexTraderFunding.com. Code CF for 80% off.com. Here we go. Big money. Yo, this is the best part of my night. This is the best part of my entire night. Right now. Right now. Are we ready? Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Ready, set, go. We got Neo in the front. Neo up in the front. Maintaining speed. But who do we have on the right-hand side? Can't see the names. We have Neo. We have Kaylee, and we have VDGag. VDGag 1. VDGag Rung. But who's Protein? We have Protein on the right-hand side. Gene Protein. But Meet Patel. Maintaining strongly. Oh, but here's George Washington in the Mayflower. Gailey, also known as George Washington in the Mayflower. But VDGag on the maintaining speed on the middle. Here comes Yami. Yami coming up with speed. But Meet Patel. Here comes VDGag falling behind. But here comes Strawberry Head. Ahmad Amin. Strawberry Head. Can he take it? Ahmad Amin. Ahmad Amin. You little Strawberry Head. You little Strawberry Head. How did you get that on your head? Why is there a strawberry on your head, sir? What were you doing with that? What are you doing with that strawberry, pal? What's hiding under that strawberry, Ahmad? What do you got going on? Are there illicit PEDs in that strawberry? Ahmad, are you here, pal? Ahmad, you here? Ahmad! Congratulations, Ahmad! Congratulations, Ahmad! You're a winner, Ahmad. Like I said, I hate to do this to you, pal, but do you mind? Well, do you mind submitting to a full drug panel at the DRFF? The DRFF, the Duck Race Federal Foundation, maintains a strict integrity policy, and will you submit to a full drug panel, urine analysis, and rectal check, also known as a colonoscopy, done by the one and only Rizzy Bop, also known as Papa Riz? He'll fly you down in the private ChartFanatics jet, and he will do the full blood sample, the PED check, and then he will personally give you a colonoscopy to make sure that your duck is maintaining integrity at the DRFF. Are you okay with that, Ahmad? Ahmad, I need to hear you say it, bud. I will not run another race until you tell me that you are not committing fraudulent activities here at the Duck Race Foundation. We take this very, very serious. We're doing a full rectal check, Ahmad. No, Ahmad, we're doing the rectal check. We have to. You may be hiding illicit PEDs up there. You very well could. We don't take no chances here at the DRFF. Anyway, let's run the next race. That was for the first Apex Trader funding account we currently have. Okay, let's tell you what's on the list tonight, guys. Let me tell you what's on the list, okay? We have 2 more Apex Trader funding accounts. We have 3 funded next accounts, and we have 1 TradeZella subscription. Here we go. Race number 2. On your marks. Get set. Go. Okay, who do we have? We have Prasad, maintaining speed in the middle. Maintaining speed in the middle. We have 1997 maintaining speed. But who do we got? Count Dracula. Count Dracula coming up. And Kamal Man. Kamal Man with the hearts. And Shulin Trades. Shulin Trades and Kamal Man, neck and neck. But here comes Das, 1997. The man on the moon with the mission. The mission to get into first place. To be the first man on the moon. Here comes... up, but falling behind. Who do we have in the middle? We have Shiva Prasad. Shiva Prasad and the clown. Who's coming up on the... Don't you dare, Ahmad. Don't you... Ahmad! No way! No. 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 There's no way. There's no way that just happened. He's the king of the castle. There's no way! Did he really just do that? Holy... No, Ahmad. We won, guys. Hold on 1 second here. Guys, I'm lost. This is the first time in all of Duck Race history that I'm physically lost for words. What just happened? What? Ahmad, buddy. Ahmad, look at me in my duck eyes right here. You're gonna tell me you don't got no funny business going on right there, Ahmad? You're gonna look me in my ducky eyes right now and tell me that you just went 2 for 2 in the Duck Race history, the first in its class to ever do it, and you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna submit to a rectal check? Are you... Ahmad, you think that we're just doing a rectal check? Dude, Rizzy Boy is going up inside of you, pal. Okay? And we need to know what the hell's going on. Alright, wait, hold on here. Oh, okay. I have word from the bosses. I have word from the bosses that Ahmad, there are no back-to-back wins. Although I'm extremely impressed. Guys, we're doing a re-race. Ahmad, I don't know how you just won 2 in a row. Maybe you're using cheat codes, left down, up, right, select AB. But you can't win 2 times in a row, pal. I'm sorry. I don't know how you just did that, but it was incredible. But we're gonna have to run it back. I've just got word from my bosses. Hold on, wait. Let me. I got him in the earpiece. Yep. Okay. Ahmad, send Ahmad down to the principal's office. Okay. Yeah, he's expelled. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll tell him. Okay, Ahmad, you're expelled. You won already, pal. All right, let's do another one. Ready? All right, here we go. Ready? set, start your engines. We have Zainab. Zainab maintaining speed. We have Daniel Wu. How about you in the front? Daniel Wu, Abe. How about you in the front? But here comes the Duke. The Duke of Nazareth. Maintaining speed, Solomon Duke. But here comes ATS Trades in the little dinosaur. He's in his little dinosaur, ATS Trades. Look at how cute. TG_Trades. TGT_Trades. Who's coming out in the back? Who's coming out in the back? I see him. Brad F on the right-hand side. But ATS Trades maintaining a strong lead. This is what it comes down to. The last 5 seconds. Tony LaRose. Tony LaRose maintaining the lead. Looking for the win. Tony LaRose. Tony LaRose. Tony LaRose. Are you here, Tony? 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 Where are you? Tony? Are you here? Tony? Tony? Tony! Tony's here! Tony, congratulations. You are the winner of an Apex Trader funding account of your size and of your choice. Congratulations, step on down. You're up next on The Price is Right. Come on down. Come on down. You're up next on The Price is Right. Come spin the wheel. Congratulations. Awesome work. Your duck, for some reason, your duck has a deformity. I'm not sure what that's from, but we will do a full drug sample on that afterwards, Tony. Listen, I hate to say it, but nobody is off limits here. We maintain strict integrity here, especially at ChartFanatics. We take it very serious. Very serious. Okay, next race. Okay, we have one more Apex Trader funding account. Here we go. Are we ready? Start your engines. Go. We have David H maintaining speed on the end. David H maintaining extreme speed. Here comes Violin. Violin on the left-hand side in the hearts. But we have J.O. Trader. J.O. Trader in the middle. Who's the clown? We have the clown in the middle. But here comes Four Edge, the snowman. The snowman on the right-hand side, but Yami maintaining speed in the middle. Here comes Indo, number 1. The British are coming. Here comes Tucci. Ibagarin. Here comes Tucci. But YS? Oh, don't you dare, Peter Brandt. Don't you dare. He's coming out the middle. YS. With your little top hat. YS with your little top hat. Amazing win, YS, with your little toppy hat. Are you here, bud? YS, are you here, bud? YS? Are you here? YS? YS, are you here, bud? I'd hate to give your account away. But you gotta let me know that you're here. Show me a sign of life. Show me a sign of life, YS. There he is. YS, I didn't think that you were here for a second, pal. I almost gave your account away. Dude. I was getting scared. Look, you were strapped for time, bud. You were strapped for time. We almost had to give it away, but I'm glad you're here. However, you already know the rules. YS, if you've been here, we need a full stool sample, drug sample, full analysis. Obviously, we maintain strict criteria here at the DRFF. We take it very, very serious. We don't play games here, and I will write you down and write you up and keep you out of the duck races in the future if you test positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Anyway, moving on. Now, guys, I'm out of breath. Hold on. All right. Next race, we have funded next accounts. 325K funded next accounts, and then TradeZella. So we have 4 ducky races left, guys. There's a lot of game left. And don't get down in your luck. Don't get down. You can be a winner too. There's a lot of race left. All right. Maybe your duck just needs to warm up a little bit. Maybe he needs to spread his wings and and just get loose. He needs to get loose in the chicken coop, and you can be a winner. Don't get down on yourself. Here we go. Let's run another one. Ready, set, on your marks, get set, quack. Go. We got Sue in the front. The Nicholas. Oh, they got the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria in the front. But here comes Corey Jenkins, the vampire to suck your blood. Corey Jenkins. But it's Teresa Garbin, the chef. She's cooking it up. And Kareem John giving her neck and neck. Who's this? Who's Mon Kamal? Who the hell is Mon Kamal? What was that? Moncomar out of nowhere. But Corey Jenkins, slow and steady runs. Who's this? Two times. Two times. Two times. I didn't know you had it in you. Where was that? You just turned on the nitrous. Oh my gosh. Two times. Are you yanking my chain? Two times. Two times. What in the world was that? Two times. Where are you? Two times. I know you're here. Holy cow. What was that? That was out of left field. It was wild. It was an astronomical performance two times. Two times. Are you here two times? I'd hate to give you a count away. Oh, there you are, two times. Two times. I know you deserve to win, but like I said, two times. We need a full drug panel here. We pop a Riz, fly you on the plane, we bring you down, blood test, and then, urine sample. And we got to test because we take it very, very serious here at the DRFF, the Duck Race Federal Foundation. I am the president, the CEO, and I say what goes. There's no caffeine allowed. There's nothing. You have to run off of strict, natural duck instincts. Okay? And the fact that you're red with squiggly lines tells me that you're up to no good two times. You're up to something in the chicken coop. I don't know what they're feeding you, but for some reason you're red with squiggly lines. Okay? And that to me doesn't seem that you're natural. So I'm just going to put that out there. Anyway, let's run another one. Here we go. Ready. Set. Go. Here we go. We have Khan on the right-hand side. Khan and then Shoaib Ahmad. Shoaib Ahmad and Khan. Neck and neck. But here comes Corey Jenkins up on the left-hand side. We have the Queen Duck. Queen Duck with the pink lips. Queen Duck with the pink lips maintaining strong speed on the left-hand side. But here comes Henry Men. Henry Men maintaining strong speed. But here comes Era F, also known as Peter Brandt, the old turd. Peter Brandt, the old turd, falling behind in the wheelchair once again. TGT. TGT underscore trades maintaining the strong lead. But here comes, from outer space. DOS 1990. From outer space. From outer space. Wait. Were you with Elon on the moon? Would you just come back from your SpaceX mission? How did you, DOS, were you on the moon? How did you get here? Were you with Elon? Were you doing SpaceX and then you landed here with the rocket ship? How did you do that? What? Don't make me. Elon? Yes. No, I have one of your Ducky employees here. No, he still got the spacesuit on. Yeah. No, was he on the ship? I'm running a serious race here, Elon. Well, I'm trying to maintain integrity here at the DRFF. He's got the suit on, Elon. Was he on the ship or not? He wasn't? Alright, well, I'll talk to you later, bud. Alright, yeah, I miss you too. No. Yeah, no, we'll cuddle after. Alright, I gotta go, Elon. No, enough with the sexy talk. Alright, I gotta go, bye. Okay, anyway, Elon says that you weren't on the rocket ship and that you're okay. So, congratulations. So, you're good. Okay, I think we have one more fun to next and one, TradeZella. Here we go. Ready, set, go. We have Kareem Ulajan on the right-hand side, maintaining a strong lead. But here comes Violin. Here comes the violin coming up on the left-hand side. The violinist. But here comes Bene Protein, and Tommy Lee. We have Lee Tommy, also known as Tommy Lee, the rock star, maintaining in the Panda. The Panda looking strong. But here comes Jacob's Abundance. Oh, here's Yami. Here comes Yami. Here comes Peter Brandt. Can he take the win? The Joker. The Batman's worst enemy. The Joker trades. Congratulations, Joker. You are the winner of On the next account, 25K. And you know what? Your ducky looks like he's up to... I don't even gotta ask. I know that you play by the rules, the Joker. I already know. You know why? Because your duck is normal. Your duck is normal. This is what we take pride in at the DRFF. We take it very, very serious. And your duck looks great. You know what? I'm proud that you won, pal. I'm extremely, extremely proud that you won today. It's great, great stuff. Are you here, Joker? Joker, are you here? Joker! You're here. Joker, you're here. All right. Guys, do you want to know what this last race is for? You want to know what this last race is for? You know we always say we save the best for last, right? And we always say all or nothing, right? And for this last race, now listen here. Listen here. We're very excited about this last one for the race, all right? This last one? Take a guess. 6 months. 6 months TradeZella. Not 1, not 2, not even 3. 4 or 5? No. 6 months TradeZella. 6. Count them. 6 months. Huh? Look. 6. Count them. 6 months. TradeZella. 6. Count them. 6 months. TradeZella. All right. This one's for all the glory. Are we ready? 6 months. 6 months TradeZella. Here we go. Let's do it. The last race of the night. 6 months TradeZella. Ready? 6 months. I didn't say 1. I didn't even say 2 or 3. Not even 4. Maybe, did you think 5? No. Wrong-o. 6. Count them. 6 months. TradeZella. Here we go. Guys, I'm not even kidding. I really think that the duck races have kind of made me lose more brain cells than I could even afford. But anyway, totally worth it. Let's do the last one. Ready, set, 6. Count them. 6 months. TradeZella. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Here we go. Who do we have in the front? We have YS in the front. YS in the front has already won, so he's already out. Don't take account for YS. We have Indo number 1. Indo number 1 and Ira F. Ira F, but here comes Gene Khan. Gene Khan, the conductor of the train, maintaining the strong, strong lead. Gene Khan, but he could fall behind. It all comes down to the last 10 seconds, people. Here comes Kayev, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, but here comes Stop Run City, maintaining the lead. 4 seconds. Who do we got? Oh my God, he's gonna do it for New York. Axia Futures for New York. My home city. Axia Futures. You did it for NY, kid. You got him 6 months. TradeZella. Axia, you did it for New York, my brother. Axia, are you here? Axia, are you here, bud? This is 6 months. TradeZella, are you here? You did it for... You won, bro. Axia, you won 6 months. TradeZella. Not 1. Not even 2. Not 3 or 4, Axia. Not even 5. 6. Count them. 6 months. TradeZella. All right, guys. That's gonna do it for tonight. All right. I'm out of breath. Every time I do these duck races, I literally feel like I feel like I ran a marathon. I had it. Okay. So tomorrow I'm picking up Papa Gene from the airport. We're going to the Florida Keys on Friday. I had a great night with you guys tonight once again. Extremely blessed and thankful to just do this every single night. I'm telling you guys, I love doing the duck races. It's like and just commentating, even if it's the stupidest thing in the world. I love being able to give back to you guys. I love being able to provide real value. These streams mean the world to me. and I'm just extremely blessed to have the opportunity that, you know, I may joke, but you know, I love Riz for giving me the opportunity to even do this and be here, and he's my homie, that's my boy, and I'm extremely blessed and thankful to just, you know, be on these streams and him look out for me, and the team at ChartFanatics is the best, and I wouldn't want to be part of any other team, and I love being able to do these streams whenever I can, and I just want to be as consistent as possible, give you guys real value, and yeah, I'm just I have nothing else to say other than that I appreciate every single one of you that tune in and show me support every night, even if it's late. I know it's late where you guys are. Not everyone's here in the same time zone, and the fact that you guys stay up late and watch me and support me and always say the nicest things in the world to me in the chat and on social media, it doesn't go unnoticed. I notice everything, and that's why I want to put more in and give more back to you guys, and there's bigger things coming. Trust me, I just can't announce it just yet. You know, but just the team over at ChartFanatics is amazing. Everyone that takes care of the streams, you know, I know it's late there, and we're all just one big family, and I plan on making this, you know, I want us to be the biggest streamers in the space, especially with my stream, Asia Session. I want it to be the biggest and the best, and yeah, so I don't know exactly what the plan is for the rest of the week, but obviously I'll let you guys know. But yeah, like I said, I had an excellent trading day today. Even though we didn't take a trade tonight, guys, we executed our plan. We preserved our capital, and that's a win. You got to be okay with that. I took one loss on the week so far from the trades that we took on stream, and I'm totally fine. I'm not trying to get it back. I'm not revenge trading, and I love you guys so much. Hopefully I can get something tomorrow, or maybe something on the 4-hour chart that maybe will present me an opportunity. But until the next time I stream, I don't know if Marky's going to be streaming tomorrow. I know he's still sick. As much as I joke around with him, I love him, and I just want him to get better. And obviously, if he's not sick and he can't do the stream tomorrow, then it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to say once again, I love you and appreciate you guys for just hanging out with me. Even if you're not trading and you're just coming here to hang out and say something nice, and it just doesn't go unnoticed. And I really do appreciate you. So enough blabbering. I love you guys so much. I'll see you on the next stream. Yeah, love you. TG out. Quack. Quack, 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 quack. Bye.